Hello and welcome friends. In this first scene a 12-year-old girl named Tina practices gymnastics which was imposed upon her by her mother, who was a skater. Tina's mother is an influencer who is a popular vlogger focusing on the lifestyle of the average Finnish family. She invited her husband, daughter and young son Mashes to the video. Suddenly they heard a noise from the window. Tina opened the window to check, but suddenly a crow came into the house. They all tried to chase it out, but as doing that, the crow flew all around the room and damaged their expensive items. Tina's mother was not happy with this. Tina then threw a cloth at it and gently caught it. She was about to set it free outside, but her mother asked her to bring it. Her mother holds it gently and abruptly twisted its neck and told Tina to dispose it in the trash. Outside the house, Tina disposed the crow in the trash, not realizing that it was still moving. She was saddened with the incident. Soon she heard dog barking at her neighborhood, so she went and met with a girl named Rita and her French bulldog, who were new here. As Tina was trying to pet her, the dog bit her in the finger. Rita apologized and told that she's never bitten anyone. That night Tina could not sleep, so she went and checked the trash where she had thrown the crow. She was shocked to see that the crow was not there. Just then she heard the crow cawing in the woods, so she went to see and found the wounded crow lying in pain. She felt very sad and decided to put it out of its misery. After that she noticed an egg, and maybe that was the reason why the crow returned there. Feeling guilty, she brought the egg home and incubated it under a teddy bear. Next in the practice session, Tina struggled and didn't do well, so her coach told her that she can't allow her to compete if she cannot do it. When Tina returned home, she saw her mother in an intimate embrace with the electrician. She introduced him as Taro. Tina was not happy with the incident. Later her mother came and gave her a surprise gift. She told that this dress was for her competition. She then justified her action with Taro and told her to keep it between them. Tina agreed and her mother left. Tina tried telling her dad about her mother and Taro's relationship, but she couldn't. Later she found that the egg was growing bigger, so she cut the teddy bear and put it inside. In the next practice session, Tina showed her improvement but was not quite up to the mark. Then Rita joined and performed better than Tina. Seeing this, her mother was not happy with Tina, so she pressured her to practice again and again until her hand was swelling and bleeding. That night, Tina pets the egg with her wounded hand, and as she does it, that part of the egg becomes red. She tells that she will take care of it. Next, Tina's mother told her that she is in love with Taro. Tina didn't react in front of her mom, but she was sad, so she started crying holding the egg. Her tears dripped on the egg, which began to absorb it. Tina soon noticed that the egg was beginning to hatch. She got scared when she saw the first sight of the bird, so she quickly hid herself in the wardrobe. She watched the egg hatched into a strange skeletal creature, resembling a baby bird. As soon as the creature heard a noise, it escaped from the window. Tina's father came to inquire, but she told him that a big bird had come in. Next day morning she found blood in the broken glass. That evening when Tina was sleeping, the creature returned back. Tina was very scared at first, but as the creature came near to her, she found that it was trying to show her its injury, where a piece of glass was stuck in its hand. She removed the piece of glass and closed her eyes in horror. Then she noticed that the creature was doing her mimicry. Then it took her hand and patted its head. The creature smelled bad, so she took it to have a bath. Then she let the creature sleep underneath her bed. As they were sleeping, Rita's dog started barking, which made Tina annoyed. Then she dreams of jumping out of the window and going to Rita's house where the dog was barking. Suddenly she opened her eyes and saw the creature sitting on top of her, with a gift beside her. She saw a decapitated corpse of Rita's dog and started vomiting. The creature ate it in the same way as the baby birds are fed by their parents. Tina buried the corpse inside the flour bed, unaware of her brother Mashes, who was watching her. Next day, Tina and Rita becomes friends at school. On their way home, Rita started putting up posters of her missing dog. When she reached home, her mother gave her a hairbrush, and gives nothing to Mashes. Seeing this, he got angry and dug up the dog's corpse and brought it before his parents. He told them that Tina killed and buried it. Their parents didn't believe him and told that it must be some animal that have done it. Mashes went to Tina's room, wearing a mask, to find out if anything was under the bed. The creature slashed the mask. Mashes got scared, but saw nothing. Meanwhile, Tina begins to have a seizure. Actually, they both got somehow connected with each other. Tina could visualize whatever the creature was doing. Tina's mother followed her to her room. She checked under the bed, but found nothing. She then opened the wardrobe and found that her competition outfit that she gifted her was slashed. Tina told her mother that it was an accident. Her mother leaves the room with disappointment. Later, Tina ate birdseed and regurgitates it to feed the creature. Then Tina heard it say Ali. So, from then she started calling it Ali. Then Ali was feeling cold, so Tina dressed her up with one of her dress. That night when Tina was sleeping, the creature began to shed its hair and transform into half-human. It started exploring the house. Mashes saw it and ran away. The creature went to Tina's mother's room and touched her hand and thigh, where she had a scar. Soon the mother woke up and found a sticky substance in her hand and thigh. She also saw a black feather on the floor, so she took a knife to find out. Then suddenly Mashes came running and told her that Tina was a monster. Her mother rejects it, saying it was a nightmare. Next day, Tina brushed Ali's hair and told her that she was beautiful. Now during practice, Rita's performance was better than Tina's, which made her mother angry and upset. As the practice ends, her mother offers Rita a ride to home, but she gently refused as she preferred walking home. Ali could sense Tina's unhappiness, so she broke out of the closet to attack Rita. As Rita was walking home alone, she felt that someone was following her, but she could not spot anyone. In the same time, Tina got the visual that Ali was going to harm Rita, so she requested her mother to turn back the car. Then Ali appeared from behind and brutally attacked Rita. Tina started screaming, so her mother stopped the car and calmed her down, thinking she was taking too much stress for the competition. She told her that being at home would be stressful, so they will spend their weekend with Taro. When they reached home, Tina quickly went to her room and searched for Ali. She didn't find Ali, but instead saw Ali's molted beak. Next morning, while having breakfast, her mother told her to get ready as they both are going to Taro's house in front of her dad. Tina's dad confesses that he knows it and he respected what her mother wants. They soon arrived at Taro's house, which was old and required lots of maintenance work. Tina finds out that Taro is a widower with an infant named Helmi. Later that night, Ali appeared on the window. Tina opened it. She noticed that Ali was becoming more human with blonde hair just like her. They both slept together. The next morning, Taro tried to make Tina comfortable in the dining table. Meanwhile, her mother received a call regarding Rita. Later, Tina visited Rita with flowers in the hospital. She noticed that Rita had severe injuries with amputated left hand. Suddenly, when Rita woke up, she screamed until Tina ran away. When Tina came back, she locked the door and started crying. She was very angry with Ali for her horror act, so she started slapping her own face, knowing that even Ali would be harmed. Ali held her hand and consoled her as she cried. Next day, Tina realized that Ali was transformed into human and was just a copy of her. Tina went to the workshop where Taro was working. He gifted her a pair of grips with her name engraved for her competition. As she became comfortable with Taro, she started showing her cartwheel. Soon they heard someone screaming and Tina left immediately. She went to feed Ali. Just then, when Taro was back, he heard a noise from Tina's room, so he tried to open it, but unfortunately he saw Ali, who then tried to attack him. Taro's hand got stuck in the door and got injured. Tina hid herself behind the door, so Taro thought that Ali was Tina. Soon after, when Taro was wrapping bandages around his hand, Tina came out and told him that she will leave as soon as her mother comes and he won't see her again. Taro forgives her and embraces her. He thought this was all because of the competition pressure. While practicing outside the house, Tina's mother was very strict with her, but when it came to Helmi, her mother was very affable, so Tina was feeling jealous. At the same time, she became fearful, thinking that Ali will attack them while she is gone. So she tried convincing her mother to take Helmi with them, but her mother didn't listen to her. After arriving at the competition venue, Tina's mother was busy with her new blog and begins recording her performances. As Tina began her routine, she bonded with Ali, and then she somehow tried to stop Ali through that bonding, but failed. Now it was Tina's turn for the performance. At the same time, she started visualizing that Ali had taken Taro's axe to kill Helmi. As Ali was going to kill Helmi, Tinia had no other option but to sabotage herself and injure her wrist, so that Ali would also feel the pain in her wrist and won't be able to kill Helmi. Taro came in and saw Ali and the axe. After seeing Taro, she quickly escaped through the window. Taro was very worried and scared. Soon when Tinia and her mother arrived, Taro stopped them in front of the house and told them not to come to his house. Her mother tried to settle things out but was unable. Taro told her that her daughter had some serious problems and he doesn't want them anymore. After some time, Tinia's mother entered the car and banged her face on the steering wheel. Her nose began to bleed. She blamed Tinia for ruining her happiness. Then she drove the car home as if nothing has happened. Tinia's father was worried to see her in blood but he ignored it and welcomed them home. While Moshes gloated over Tinia's loss in the competition. As Tinia entered her room, she saw that Ali was sitting outside the window. Tinia was angry on her, so she didn't allow Ali to enter and pushed her out of the window. After that, Tinia saw her mother, trying to maintain a family image and a happy face in front of the camera, but she failed miserably. Seeing this, Tinia was feeling sad for her mother and promised her that she will do better. Meanwhile, Tinia's father saw Ali outside, so he let her inside, thinking it was Tinia. While Tinia was having bath, her mother entered her room and found Ali sitting inside the wardrobe. Thinking it was Tinia, she pulled her out and forcibly started brushing her hair. After using too much force, she accidentally ripped a chunk of Ali's hair. She got scared and moved back. Then Ali slowly moved towards her and tightly hugged her. She then dug her nails on her back. Tinia's mother tried her best to get rid of her but she couldn't. Then Tinia rushed to save her mother. She pulled back Ali. Her mother saw both of them together when they stood side by side. She couldn't believe her eyes. By the time Ali tried to attack her mother again, but Tinia intervened and yelled at her to go away. She also added that she doesn't want her anymore. Ali got very angry and started screaming so loud that her both side of the jaw was torn apart. She then fled away. By the time Tinia explained her mother everything about Ali, her mother calmed down and comforted her. She then gave Tinia a knife and started hunting Ali. By the time Tinia's father and brother showed up, she told them about Ali. After that, she went to Tinia's room to find her. Then suddenly Ali jumped on her back and attacked her, causing her mother to drop the knife. After a long struggle, she got the knife. Tinia came in and tried to warn her mother not to hurt Ali. However, she stabbed Ali in her thigh, which inflicted the same wound on Tinia. Tinia realized that she may die if Ali dies, but her mother didn't know about it. So she tried to stab Ali again, but this time Tinia tried to block, and got stabbed in her heart. Soon her mother realized that she had stabbed Tinia instead of Ali. She quickly removed the knife and walked backwards in a shock. When Tinia fell on top of Ali and died, her blood entered Ali's mouth. Tinia's father and brother entered the room and saw Tinia lying on top of Ali and her mother lying down and crying. Ali pushed Tinia's corpse from her body and began transforming into a full human. Her eyes were now looking natural and mouth once again healed. She stood up before her mother, looking exactly like Tinia. The story ends here. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.